I wanted to ask you, how did you feel about TEDx today? Like, how was the experience?
It was great. What I really love about the TEDx format, and not just love, is that it works with stories. If you look at a normal conference, like a management conference or a technological conference, everything is full of facts. You have people there and presenting facts and figures, and after some time the audience really fights not to fall asleep. But here it's different, and this is what I really like. You connect to the speakers, you hear stories, and I think even if there are very complex topics, like we heard about artificial intelligence and micro-targeting and everything, here you start to understand it. And this is what I really like.
Okay, and how was the audience with you? Did you feel like they got skeptical with what you said or inspired?
It's a very special audience. It's, I would say, an audience full of people who have a dream. I asked in the beginning, who of you has a dream? And nearly everyone said, I. And of course, I think, why do you go to a TEDx conference? It's because you want to think in a different way, because you I have a fly here. Even the fly is special here. That's interesting. Like this. So because this is why you go to a TED conference, because you want to get inspiration. You want to rethink about the ways you thought before. And you can feel that in the audience all the time.
And you know, when you have an open-minded audience, it's like they are receivers, and they receive your message easier than going to someone who just, you know, when you talk about economics and you show the figures the way you said it, it's like, oh, but I don't agree with this, I don't agree with that, but how can you prove this? You had an open-minded audience tonight.
Yes.
And I think they were open to what you said.
Yes. Definitely. I had the feeling, you can see it if you look at the reactions of the audience, and you have a controversial message that not everyone would agree to. For example, my message was that ideas can be cheap, and even cheap ideas or low budget ideas can be as effective as high budget ideas. And very often even a small budget can be more successful, or people or teams with a small budget can be more successful than teams with a large budget. If this would have been a normal management conference, I think everyone would be like, no, we need our budgets, big budgets are very important. Here it's quite different. People are like, yes, okay, he's right. Okay, I think he's right. I think I can take something away from this talk. I think the most important message really is that even if you think that you don't have a big budget, even if you think that you are not capable to do something, even if you think that you miss a clear plan, start anyway. Because we learn a lot of things on the way. I told the audience how we basically failed with our first version of the software and nothing was left. We had to do everything again. But that is something you learn. Of course, it was the most expensive seminar I've ever had, but so what? I think this is a very important way of approaching innovation and trying to implement new business models, is that you not just have an open mind in theory, but an open mind in practice as well.